Hi guys, Devontra XYZ, and for this installment of The Good and the Bad, I decided to continue with the Twisted Metal series. And since we left off 2, I decided to go for Twisted Metal 3. Yeah, I don't have the instruction booklet anymore. Yeah, I got this from GameStop when they were still selling PlayStation 1 games. But yeah, third installment, made by a completely different company this time, made by 989 Studios. So in a way, it's a little bit different, but it's still part of Twisted Metal. So let's see how it goes. Well, for the good of this game, I guess a few things that strike me as a good thing. For one, is the no collision damage. In previous games, whenever you crash into walls or barricades, you take damage. But in this game, you can drive recklessly all you want, crash into walls and whatever, and you don't take any bit of damage, so that's a good thing. Next, I would say the stages. I say a good variety of stages this time. I mean, you got like Hollywood, you got Washington D.C., you got the North Pole, you got ancient Egypt. So you go all throughout the entire world. Essentially just expanding on what the whole idea of the second game was. Battling all throughout the world. And the third, I would say I actually do like the soundtrack. I mean, it works pretty well in that fact that it's composed by Rob Zombie, and weirdly, it has a good fit to it. It kind of goes well with the whole carnage and destruction that's going on in the game. Yeah, it kind of gets you in the mood to actually play Twisted Metal. Well, for the bad of this game, two things. For one, really the roster. I'm not really a huge fan of the roster in this game. I mean, they're kind of corny, to be honest. It's hard to explain. It's just they're just not. They don't seem genuine. They don't seem like actual combatants. And also, I guess another one would probably be the fact that, like in Twisted Metal 2, you have to use cheat codes to unlock both Minion and Sweet Tooth. So again, I'm not really exactly sure why they. I could probably understand why they make Minion, a secret character, but why Sweet Tooth? I mean, nothing really too special, honestly. Then also, I would have to say I'm not a huge fan of the last stage in the game. The problem is they kind of like changed the whole format all of a sudden without even letting the player know. In the last stage, you can't just destroy all the vehicles. You have to actually go throughout the entire map to find panels to destroy those first, and then you have to destroy the main generator that's in the blimp, and then you can destroy the other cars, because otherwise they just keep regenerating over and over. I mean, it would have been nice to have some more clarity on that before going into the last stage, because first few times going through it, I was totally clueless on what was really going on. Well, for improvements, I would say, I guess to try to make the game more familiar to the previous games, maybe throw in some old vehicles and some old stages from the previous games. I'm not saying how to do all of them, but give us like a couple of each of them. To somewhat tied into the other games, because as of right now, it doesn't feel really connected. I mean, yeah, story wise, this is non-canon. This is just more of a, in a way, it's kind of like a spin-off, I guess, if Twisted Metal even had a real story to begin with. But I mean, it would feel more connected if they had something familiar with it. And of course, I guess the other issue is the whole blimp stage. I mean, again, maybe have some text to tell you what you need to do, or maybe just in general just get rid of the whole panel destruction thing and just made it just a regular stage, because you never had to do it with any other stage. You never had to find certain things to destroy in order to destroy other vehicles. It'd be better if they just make it more traditional and more just car destruction. Well, overall, I say Twisted Metal 3 is, I guess, strangely unique in its own right. I guess comparing it to other Twisted Metal games, it doesn't really have that same feel. I mean, it's hard to explain. Like, if you play the first two Twisted Metal games and then you play Twisted Metal 3, it just doesn't have that same feeling. It's like it's trying to be Twisted Metal instead of actually being Twisted Metal. It feels kind of more of like a side gimmick kind of thing. I mean, I do like some of the new stuff they added. You know, like the stages. I do like some of the weapons. You know, the soundtrack is pretty good, but it kind of feels like they were trying to play it safe. You know, like they really didn't want to experiment with new things. Yeah, but again, they didn't want to disappoint fans, so they just kind of stick into the middle of the road, I guess. And I guess because of that, I would give it a final score of a 5 out of 10, like completely average. You know, that's really how this game is. You know, it's just an average game, nothing good, nothing bad about it. I'd say if you really want it part of your collection, you could probably easily find it on eBay. You know, I mean, it's not bad for Twisted Metal collection, but it's just more or less a step down of what the previous game had. Well, this is Devil Hunter XYZ, and until next time.